Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a minute since I made a story video, particularly a story video on Modern Warfare 3. And I almost never do this at the beginning of a video, but I have to just ask you guys something just this once. Based off of the title and thumbnail of the video, I don't think anyone's going to realize how big of a finding what I have found today actually is. So all I ask is that if you get through this video and you enjoy it, you found out some information that you did not expect, hit that like button, and please, I never ask this, but share it, because I guarantee you, you have not seen this information online in regards to Modern Warfare 3, and what it surrounds is particularly an Easter egg that I found within the beta that does not just give us information on an individual character, but the entire timeline of Modern Warfare 3 and an enormous secret that Makarov has been hiding throughout the entire Modern Warfare franchise. It's probably one of the biggest videos I've made, but I just didn't really have a good title or thumbnail, so I don't think as many people are going to click it. So if you enjoy it, you like it, please hit that like button, share it. But without further ado, this is Makarov's massive secret. So to fully understand this, we actually have to go all the way back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, in which that game, there is a big moment within the campaign very early on that is the attack on Piccadilly Circus. This attack is said to be brought out by none other than Alcatala, headed off by the Wolf. However, 3 years ago, I made a video saying that absolutely was not the case. And in fact, there was information about this way earlier within the original Modern Warfare 2, where in the mission called Loose Ends, you go in and raid one of Makarov's safe houses, in which you go inside and you end up finding a bunch of material about his attack on Zakhaev International Airport, but also newspaper clippings saying Makarov was actually taking responsibility for the attack on Piccadilly Circus as well. Yes, it is two different universes, but the crossover there was simply uncanny. Well, guess what? Within the Modern Warfare 3 beta, we are able to get access to Makarov's safe house on the map Estate. And if you go to the exact same wall on the map Estate, you can find another set of pictures. Now, what's interesting about these is you can see pictures of Captain Price, Farah, and various different maps from the original Modern Warfare 2019. More interestingly, there are once again pictures from Piccadilly Circus. Now, not only are these pictures of Piccadilly Circus, but it also appears as though they are plans, circling certain things, pointing arrows, as if Makarov in his safe house was the one planning it. Now, two things from this stood out to me almost immediately. First of all, this means that Makarov knows of, if not was involved in all of the events from Modern Warfare 2019, like we predicted 3 years ago. The other weird thing about this is there were no events on this board from Modern Warfare 2 or even the future with Modern Warfare 3, where this game is said to take place. So this got me to start asking some questions, and then I started noticing some things. First things first, if we go and play some 6v6 within the beta, every single intro to every single map is in black and white. And at first, I thought this was just them slowly pushing you into the game, a way to denote that these were older maps from the original Modern Warfare 2 being brought back. But then I started to wonder, well, maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's black and white to show us that the events that are taking place on these maps actually took place in the past. This would also explain why all of those pictures that we saw on the map Estate do not include any of the events from Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, because they have not happened yet on this map. But that wasn't enough evidence to actually prove that these maps took place in the past, until I hopped into Ground War. Because when I hopped into Ground War, all of a sudden that intro cinematic was no longer in black and white. This one was in color. And guess what? This wasn't an old map. This is a new map. In fact, this is a map taken directly off of the Warzone map, which means the events taking place on this map are current day or present events to Modern Warfare 3. In other words, they took place after Modern Warfare 2. Another small piece of evidence that we have is when you look at those intro cinematics down in the bottom left-hand corner, they give us a location, a day, and of course the name of the map. For Skid Row, it says New York City, USA, day 4 at 2:07 in the afternoon. Now, seeing this, it does not give us a year whatsoever, just a day. This is the exact same with all of the other 6v6 maps. The only other one that I've seen is day 7, but the point stands. Another interesting piece of information that I have not yet talked about on this channel is involving Viktor Zakhaev. Because if we actually go and have a look at something that they said at Call of Duty Next in regards to the zombies story within Modern Warfare 3, this is what they had to say.
Hold on a second. Where are we in time and place? We are between Modern Warfare 19 and MW22, the year 2021. And that's really important to the story.
The zombies takes place between Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2 in the year 2021. Just like we kind of just found out about those Modern Warfare 2 maps in Modern Warfare 3. I think that they also take place in the year 2021 before the events of Modern Warfare 2, but centered around Makarov. So in other words, what this means is that every single event that has happened in Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, and moving forward into Modern Warfare 3, Vladimir Makarov has been behind. Now, if only we had more evidence for this. Well, guess what? We do. So because of Call of Duty Next, we were actually able to see all of the operator bios, including Vladimir Makarov's. This is what it had to say. Vladimir Makarov was born before the fall of the Soviet Union in the suburbs of Moscow. As the son of a high-ranking politician within the Russian government, Makarov watched the Soviet Union crumble, taking his father with it. This part is really dark. The bright-eyed, intelligent boy woke up one morning to find his father's hanging body. Makarov came to despise his father's weaknesses, as well as the failures of the Soviet Union which had brought it about. He vowed not to make the same mistake, and so began his long life obsession. In 1998, Makarov joined the Russian military at the age of 18. A neutral soldier with a talent for strategy, his reputation turned sour when he joined forces with an unsanctioned rogue army to maintain control of Urzikstan. So just to be clear, I believe those are Barkov's forces that they are talking about here. When the Urzikstan Liberation Forces rose and took back their home, Makarov experienced his first failure. Recognizing the traces of the Soviet Union's failures once again, Makarov pleaded with his superiors to reclaim Urzikstan, disgusted by the international mockery that the ULF had made of Russian power. But the Kremlin, who had not sanctioned the attack on Urzikstan to begin with, refused, stripping the radical Makarov of all military honors. Seeking justice, Makarov joined the Kony group and plotted an attack against Verdansk to get Russian attention. So remember that original attack on Verdansk and some of those scenes that we saw within the trailer where the stadium is getting raided and that initial attack on Verdansk actually happens? I believe that those events took place again right after Modern Warfare 2019, and they were led not by Alcatala and not by Viktor Zakhaev, but rather by Makarov. Again, all of this lining up. Now, at this point, Makarov is captured by Captain John Price and Task Force 141. Makarov was then handed over to Russian authorities and sentenced to life in maximum security gulag. So again, that is the part that we find out about Makarov being inside a prison, but obviously somehow escaping. This also explains how at the end of Modern Warfare 2, when Task Force 141 is given the picture by Kate Laswell and it's passed around to Gaz and the other members of Task Force 141, it explains how every single one of them recognized Vladimir Makarov. It is because in the past, they had all gone in, captured him within Verdansk, and sent him off to a Russian gulag. Hence, how every single member of 141 knew Makarov's name. Now a liberated man, Makarov plans to resume operations against Urzikstan and its allies, determined to redeem himself and Russia for its past failures. Makarov will only stop at the full reclamation or annihilation of Urzikstan, and if the Kremlin's too cowardly to play their hand, he will gladly force it upon the rest of the world. So, really dope backstory. Quick summary of it. Essentially, Makarov was originally in the Russian military. He then went and worked with Barkov's forces to invade Urzikstan. When they lost and the Urzikstan Liberation Forces took over, He then wanted to reclaim power. He was shamed by it. And when he did, eventually he was taken in by Captain Price and Task Force 141 and sent to a Russian gulag. During that time is when he planned the rest of his attacks, and henceforth he escapes, and this is when the events of Modern Warfare 3 take place. So essentially, based off of all of this information, what we can deduce is that all of the events of all of the Modern Warfare games have been puppeted by none other than Vladimir Makarov, and the events of those 6v6 maps actually take place prior to the events of Modern Warfare 2. At least, that is my prediction. So all in all, that is Makarov's secret. I thought this was a pretty cool one to summarize it all into one video. That is what we can expect moving forward with in Modern Warfare 3. I expect to see some flashbacks of Makarov working within Barkov's forces and how he rose to power and came to be the leader of the Kony Ultranationalists. That is what I'm expecting to see in Modern Warfare 3. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you found out something new, as I mentioned earlier, if you could share it, super greatly appreciated. If you want to stay up to date on all Call of Duty story, make sure you subscribe, have notifications on. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are